Lisa? Hey, Virginia. Just trying to bring me up on the computer so I can see comments easier. It's hard to... Hi, Mama. Hard to see them on my little phone over here, so... I hope y'all are having a good day. It's Friday, right? So who's not having a good day on Friday? Okay, hold on. I gotta back out. Go back in. Oh. Oh. There we go. Hey, Amy. Okay. Hello, come on. Work with me. Hey, Yay. There everybody is. Okay. Oh, I better turn my volume off. Okay. We have Lisa, Virginia, Pam. Hey, Barbara. How are ya? Hi, Amy. Yay. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Hopefully y'all have the weekend off. I hope. Today is super hot here in Colorado, northern Colorado, 101. Real feel, I think, says 104. So it's pretty miserable. You are, Lisa? What kind of wreath are you making? I like watching people and making wreaths too. I did that earlier today with Cheryl, a front door decor. I watched her make a beautiful wreath today. Oh, you are too? Yay! Yay, everybody. Everybody's making wreaths. So sorry, it is so hot here. I could not keep my makeup on, so I'm just going with mascara today. So I'm not that great to look at. Halloween, nice, nice. Hey, Elaine, thanks for joining. Yay! What kind of wreath are you working on tonight? So we're going to be making a wreath tonight with totally cute stuff here. And I just wanted to do something fun. I've been working on the Frankensteins and everything. And I just needed a break from my mannequin heads for just a little bit. So what I'm going to show you tonight is, so look at these legs. Aren't they so cute? Look at those cupcakes on there. Yeah. And it's got this cute, cute hat. Isn't it cute? So this, let me widen me out a little bit. So this was together, and I bought this at Wreaths by CC Creations, and that's on Etsy. Wreaths by CC Creations on Etsy. I've bought lots of stuff from her. She does a really great job. Hey, Valerie! Nice to see you. Long time no see. I took a couple weeks off, Val, so I just came back Wednesday. But welcome, everybody. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I have a few embellishments that we might put in. Cupcakes and little balls. All these things here were purchased at Craft Outlet. So isn't that cute, y'all? Look at that. So cute. Oh, yay, you're both working on Halloween. Nice. Nice. Look at these balls. Aren't they so cute? I don't know if we'll use everything, but we may. Never know. I've missed you too, Val. I saw your posts every once in a while. I didn't really even get online very much there for a couple weeks. I feel rejuvenated. So, you love the cupcakes, Mom? Nice, nice. Okay, well, I'm going to pan down and we'll get started making this, okay? Pan down. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. Sweet. Okay. Let me just widen this a little bit more. Okay, so what I've got here is a 15-inch elevated work wreath, and I also purchased this at Craft Outlet. All I've done here, yes. Oh, are you talking about the pics on the wreath you're making or the ones I just showed you? Thank you, Valerie. Yes, that reminds me. If you wouldn't mind sharing, I would so appreciate it, y'all. Y'all are so good about that. Like and share my page, please. So all I've done here is I've put a couple of crossbars in the middle of my wreath because we're going to be filling in the middle with our mesh. And all I did was I took pipe cleaners, 2 long ones, and I twisted them together and then wrapped them around the pole and twisted it back onto itself. Yeah, they're so much bigger probably than what you actually saw. Yeah. Hey, Wilhelmina. How are you, girl? Okay, so the mesh we're going to be using tonight I got at Hobby Lobby, and who knows how long ago I got it. I don't know if you can still get it. It is a metallic polydeco mesh. It's pretty, it's nice and stiff, so it should give us some good body, I think. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to gather my ends together. Just get them all tucked in together like that, and I drop my roll on the ground. Hey, Peggy from Jacksonville, Florida. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. I bet it's hot down there. I was complaining. You guys, I walked out of the house this morning, and it was so muggy. I got on my phone to see how hot it was, and we had 90% humidity. That doesn't happen in northern Colorado very often, and I thought I was going to die. All right, so all I did was I started in this tie, and I'm going to actually put a zip tie around my end and fasten it to the bar just for added measure of security to make sure that it doesn't ever unravel itself in the wind for my customer or whoever gets it. Okay. Pennsylvania, hey Joe, welcome. Thanks, Elaine. I love the color too. I think it's just so hot everywhere, isn't it? Hey Sally, thanks for joining. So I'm going to do 10 to 12 inch poofs, and those of you that have watched my videos know that I don't measure out each one. I just measure to a point on my arm that's about 12 inches. So that's how I do it. And then we just, when you put this in your tie, you want to make sure that you're pushing it tight against the bar and giving a good twist. 101. heat index in Alabama. Blah. Fort Lauderdale. Oh, yeah, humidity, your way of life. Ugh. I spent 5 years in Japan, and the humidity was so bad there that I actually had a leather jacket that actually molded in my closet. We used to have to put rice in our salt shakers and things like that to keep it from clumping up. Tell you what, I've lived in high humidity and I've lived in the desert, you know, areas here of Colorado, and I like the dry heat better than the humid heat, I must say. Thanks, Millamina. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure how long ago because I did grab it from the bottom of my pile, so I may have had it for quite some time. Oh, yeah. Hey, Anne. Welcome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Valerie. Oh, gosh. Put rice in with your salt shakers. Keeps the salt from clumping up. That's what we did in Japan, anyway. This is a nice, stiff mesh. Well, it's metallics and stuff, and that's usually got a good firmness to it, right? Then we just fluff as we go. Humidity is very good for your skin. It's probably why I look old living out here, but I moisturize my face every day, probably twice a day. And I just went through some of you may know, some of you may not, some cancer treatments on my face. This cream that I had to apply, this chemotherapy cream, I had to apply for a couple of weeks, and it gives you, peels your skin right off your face. And so that's why I've got blotchy skin and stuff, so I try to make sure I moisturize it like I'm supposed to. Lost a lot of shoes, huh, in Florida? I have a brother who lives in Florida. He lives in Sarasota. I visited him last December. It was nice down there in December. Oh, hey, Anne. No worries, no worries. I'll show you here just a second. Here, let me get these last two in here, and I'll show you the thing we're putting in our wreath. It's a cupcake wreath, and so I bought some cupcakes, and I actually bought these, this hat and these legs from Wreath by CC Creations on Etsy is where I got those. And then I've got some little doodads we're going to put in it, and I've got a sign we're going to put in it. I thought I'd make it a little girl's wreath. You know, because of girly colors and whatnot. Oh, you'd like to retire in Sarasota? Oh, Gulfside, yeah. Thanks, Wilhelmina. Oh, I hope so, Anne. And then I just have this sign, and it's just a chalkboard sign, and I just wrote something on it. Whoever buys it can take that off and put whatever they want on it. But I thought we'd try that in the middle and see how it turns out. I just mailed off a package yesterday to Texas, and it was a wreath for a baby boy, and so it got me to thinking I don't think I have any for a baby girl, so I thought I'd make one today. Allison will love the wreath. Allison would be my little granddaughter in Guam. I think she would, Mama. Okay, so all I did here is I jumped from the bottom row to the top row, and I just pulled it tight. I didn't make like another poof. So I pulled it tight, and then we're just going to continue making poofs. Okay, poofs. Up here on this top row. Same 10 to 12 inch poofs. Poofs. Look at me, I'm doing so good tonight. Poofs. Oh, at 77, we were talking about that on Wednesday. I was asking everybody what they keep their thermostat set at, because I didn't know if I was like being like ridiculous or sucking up like too much energy or what, but I usually keep mine at 73 in the summer and 65 in the wintertime. 77 would be a little warm. Actually, I turned mine down today. I turned it to 71. Don't tell my husband. Is he watching? I turned it down. After I came in from watering this morning, I water every morning, y'all. I've got to water animals and everything, and so I spend the first 2 hours of my morning usually watering stuff, animals, trees, flower beds. And so when I came in, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna die today. So I totally turned down the thermostat. Oh, aren't they the worst, Lisa? Hot flashes on top of being hot. Is there anything more miserable? No, I think not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Val, I don't know how you do that. I would have a hot flash and I'd be wanting to rip somebody's head off. Okay. I twisted my mesh and it isn't turning out right. So I'm just going to fix that and make sure my mesh does not twist on me. Your husband's still cold, Debbie? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's I mean, it's a hard call because it's so expensive, you know. Oh, you asked him to go out and come back in and he's good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, go sit outside for a little bit. My neighbors, we've got some new neighbors that just moved in a few months ago now. And I walked out on the deck a little while ago and they're outside digging post holes. And I hollered over to them. I said, you guys are crazy. It is 101 out here. What are you thinking? If I would have had time, I probably should have made him some cold lemonade or something and walked it over to him. But everybody I know out here in the country is putting up gates and fences. You know what? It's best if you can have a upstairs, downstairs on different systems, Val. That is a great. Hi, Bunny. I love your name. The wreath frame is a 15-inch elevated work wreath frame, and I got it at Craft Outlet. And we're doing 10 to 12-inch poofs, all the way around, and then we're going to be adding some woodland ruffles in here. Okay, so we're back to where we started here. On this second row, I'm lucky my husband is pretty moderate in his temperature, so. Okay, so I'm just going to stand up here. So I have these crossbars inside here. And I've taken some pipe cleaners and I've just cut them in half. So I have a few. And I'm going to go from the last keeps wanting to twist on me. So I'm going from the last tie, and then I'm going to turn this and I'm going to put this on the bar, making sure my height is about the same all the way across. So, and then I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner and twist it right here to keep this tight on this bar, and then I just tuck the pipe cleaners back down that way. And I usually do 2 on this side of the bar and 2 on this side of the bar. So you end up doing 4 poofs all the way across. Oh, the mesh is getting stuck on my dress. Okay. And what that does is it just fills in the middle. Oh, you do, Valerie? I just think I waste some, like a lot less, you know, doing it that way. And then you can fluff these out as you go. I usually almost end up using the whole roll when I do it like this instead of having that little bit left over, you know. And then all of us have like 40 rolls of, you know, 3 yards on each one. You got to find, you can do wreaths with all those bits. I haven't done one of those wreaths yet. What are they called? Or something ribbon wreaths, memorial or awareness ribbon. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so when you get to the end over here, instead of using a pipe cleaner on the bottom, I use a zip tie, and I go around under the bar, the top bar, and come back up, and then I'll zip tie that real tight. Come on. Because we're going to cut it. Oh, my hands. Okay. So then we're actually going to cut the end of this about 2 or 3 inches away from where you zip tied it. And then you just tuck that bit in there, and you'll never see it. And you fluff this one back out. Now we have that other pipe cleaner going across that way. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start over here on this bar, and we're going to take another zip tie, wrap it around the bar and around your mesh, and we're going to pull it. Oh, Becky, good. Yeah, it's such a good idea. Okay, and then we're just going to cut off the end bit here. Thought my husband would be off and moderating for me, but he's not. And my daughter went tubing. It's so hot today, they went to Fort Collins to go tubing. So I'm by myself. Yeah, a giant cream puff. You can hang meat in your house. That's how I'd like to have my house, man. Oh yeah. I tell everybody they can, you know, you can put clothes on if you're cold. You can only take off so much before you're obscene. So And then all these blend together really well in the middle. Because, you know, you hardly ever see the middle because we're always filling it with stuff. So, but nothing falls in. It just gives it a nice firmness behind it. Oh, with a heating pad? I do in the wintertime. We've got mattress pads that we turn on in the wintertime. We keep the house real cold, but we turn the mattress pad on. Your feet get cold. Man, if I can control the temperature of my feet, I can almost control the temperature of my whole body. And then see, we've used almost all of it. So we'll just do our last puff here. And we'll zip tie that last one to the bar, because you always want to secure everything to the frame of the wreath really well. You guys, did I tell you about, was I on, I think I was on Crafty Creators or something when we were talking about shipping costs. So yesterday I went to ship a box, and I'd say about 65% of my boxes are 24 by 24 by 8, and that's inches. And I needed to send it to Texas, and it only weighed 3.5 pounds, which is one of my smaller wreaths. And guess how much the post office was going to charge me? Oh, somebody's birthday? Happy birthday! They were going to charge me $49 to send that box, and that was ground. $49. I about had a heart attack. I couldn't believe it. Okay, see how fluffy and firm this is? This is, yeah. So wait a minute, I missed whose birthday it is. '91, Debbie. Oh, bless her. Yes, tell her happy birthday. So yeah, $49. Couldn't believe it. I said, no thank you. And I drove to town, to another town, because I just went to a small town. So I went to the bigger town and mailed it FedEx on my business account for $31. But still, that's expensive. So this is kind of like what we got going on. It's going to be so cute, I think. So festive and fun. 22 by 22 by 7 for 25 bucks. Nice. Nice. Thanks, Wilhelmina. So it pays to have a business FedEx account, I believe. So I'm just going to pull all my ties out here so I can get to them a little easier. Okay. So I made some woodland ruffles. And, oh, I have my little bowl of woodland ruffles here. I'll just dump these babies out. And I did them ahead of time, so y'all didn't have to be, like, waiting for me. They will? Huh, maybe I'll have to try the 22-inch then, Valerie. I have 20-inch. So I've got, 20 by 20, and then I've got 24 by 24 and 30 by 30 and 26 by 20. I got so many boxes. But it's so expensive, you can't afford to mail the things out, and a lot of people just don't have a clue on how expensive the shipping is, you know. mean, I get a few people that complain about prices once in a while, but, you know, they just don't understand. But then they'll go to, like, Joanne, or not Joann's, but like Michael's and spend $130 on a mass-produced wreath. Don't get it. Oh, woodland ruffles. I'm sorry, I forgot. So all I did, so I've got, let me show you. Okay. So I've got this 10-inch mesh. So this is a fabric mesh here, a 10-inch fabric mesh. I love fabric mesh. Fabric mesh is probably my favorite. And this I bought at Craft Outlet, and I cut them at 15 inches. And this is just a polydeco mesh. It's kind of ombre. And I got this at Joann's, I believe. So, and I also cut these at 15 inches. So, and then all I did was I rolled the ends on both sides, kind of like a burrito, and then I gathered it in the middle to get this kind of effect. It just kind of tucks the ends in there, and so you don't see the frays as much. I kind of like that. Did I drop a ruffle? Probably. Huh, I'll have to try that, Valerie, because, you know, anywhere we can save some money is a good thing for our customers, good thing for us. All right, and I'm just putting these in every other tie, just to throw a little more fun colors in there. Did I lose one? I guess I'll find out here in the end, Mom. Okay. Little bursts of color. And with these, when you put these in, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're pushing them tight up against that bar, and then give your ties. And you only really need to twist it once because we're putting ribbons in after this. So, and then for these, you know, I just put a pipe cleaner on them to hold them, so I wasn't taking the time doing it in front of y'all. UPS. Lisa, did you tell me about, wait a minute. Get a rep too. Huh. You know, when I went to town, when I went into Greeley yesterday, the first place I went, because I thought it was the FedEx building, but it wasn't, it was UPS. But I didn't even go in, because I was, in my mind, looking for the FedEx building. So I probably should have asked them how much they would have charged to send it. Or do they have a business, you know, thing like FedEx does? I don't know. Why are we getting to, like, the same colors here? So are you guys telling me that UPS is even cheaper than FedEx? Because I can go into there and see if they'll, you know, provide me with a good prices. Oh, do it online. Oh, I live out in the country. I'm just afraid they're going to charge me an arm and a leg to come out and pick stuff up. Do you think? Do they charge to pick stuff up? Okay. We're getting down here. Oh, So I'll try to get a representative and see how that goes. Okay, got 2 left to put in. So we've done puffs and woodland ruffles. And then I lost you for a second. So you were about ready to quit doing. I can understand why, because it's so expensive to ship these things. I mean, most of my sales are local. Okay. I'll listen. I'll heed your advice. Okay. So here we go. We got some pretty colors going on. It's pretty thick, nice and bouncy like we like it. All right. So my ribbons. So these are the ribbons that I've chose to put in today. So I have this this ribbon. I love this ribbon. It is nice and thick. It's a canvas ribbon, and I got it from Craft Outlet. And they are cut at 12 inches, and they have a dovetail on them. So, and this one is a satin blend ribbon, and I also got this one at Craft Outlet. Yeah, I could see how you can't, I mean, you can't stay in business when the prices are that much. And then this one is a canvas ribbon also with a dovetail edge, and it's cut at 12 inches, also at Craft Outlet. And then last but not least, I decided to go with just a plain white canvas ribbon, and it's also cut at 12 inches. So I'm going to put these two together and these two together. All right, and what you do is you just lay the, if you're doing 2 different sizes, lay the smaller one on top and find the middle and gather and then pinch it and fold it in half. Okay, these we're going to put in the pink ones. And this time when you twist your ties, you do want to twist them a couple of times because nothing's going in the ties after this. And then you just want to get down there and manhandle the ends a little bit and pull that out. So, you know, sometimes you can do a tulip effect or you can just pull them straight out. This time we're just going to pull them straight out. Oh, I don't know what I thought I was doing there. All right. Just one on top of the other. I guess I could have done that top one real quick. We're just going to go around the whole wreath, putting these babies in. And really trying to straighten out that down into the core of it. And we're just pulling them straight out today. Oh my gosh, I have to go out and get eggs. I didn't get eggs yesterday or the day before. Yes. I get about 4.5 dozen eggs a day. And that's out of about 63 chickens that are laying right now. Come October, the other 60 are going to start laying. So, I gotta find some more customers here pretty soon. Who likes farm fresh eggs? Yeah, it is. Everybody's got something to do. Everybody's so busy, huh? You do, Lisa? I do too. Surprisingly, we don't eat as much. We don't. In the summertime, it's just hot. I guess we eat more eggs in the winter. And my girls are spoiled. They get all our leftover people food. I throw no food out. Well, that's not true. Well, yeah, it is. If there's chicken or something, you know, I'll give it to the dogs. But anything other than chicken or fowl, meat, or vegetables or fruit, I just give to the chickens. They love it. Love it, love it, love it. Makes their eggs wonderful. Okay, guys, this mesh is so wonderful. It is so thick. I love it. And that color is really popular right now. And I think it's going to be popular through the holidays too, don't you guys? Yesterday I was going to work on my Frankensteins, and you know what I did instead? I went out and I sat in the pool and with my daughter and her boyfriend, and we sat out there for 3 hours drinking adult beverages and just soaking it up in the swimming pool. Mama C, hello, how are ya? I hope you're well. Okay, so we're just going around the whole wreath here, getting our ribbons sat in and just pulling them out. There are my scissors. And our swimming pool is nothing special. It's just one of those above ground pools, you know, that you put up. You put some sand under it, and then we, you know, set it up and fill it each year. And I think so many people this year have gotten like their own little pools to set up, because you can't hardly find anything having to do with pools. It's even hard to find the cleaners, you know, the chlorine or whatever. Probably because the kids can't go to the pool like they usually do, huh? Oh my goodness. And the heat kicks up in here when these lights are on. Blah, blah, blah. I'm such a whiner. Such a whiner, I'm sorry. Complaining about the heat. In the wintertime, I complain about the cold. Oh, you guys, we had our freezer in the garage. So we've got, I don't know, typical country life. You got your freezers, and a lot of people keep them in their garages, and we kept ours in the garage. We've got 2 freezers and full of meat, you know, because we usually buy like half a cow at a time or whatever. And it stopped working, and I didn't know it. And the meat almost started to defrost. And the guy said, it's going to be $1,300 for a new compressor. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I about had heart failure. Needless to say, we're not going to fix that freezer. I can buy a new one for less than that. But oh my gosh, stuff is just getting so expensive. Okay, what am I doing here? International, what is that? Ridgeway, Colorado for becoming the newest international dark sky community. Huh. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Does it have something to do with watching the stars? Ridgeway's beautiful. Yeah, I know, Mama. Us and freezers aren't really having a great time. Luckily, we consolidated and put everything in the Chester freezer. Earlier this year, in March, actually, we had our refrigerator stop working, and it needed a new compressor too, and that was $1,500, but that I had to get because I can't buy a new refrigerator for that. So, oops, that's in the wrong one, isn't it? Yep, sure is. I confuse myself. It goes in a pink one. I'm going to look that up, Mama C, because I don't know exactly what that means. And I've been watching the news, but not a lot of the news. It just really gets to me too much. So I have to moderate myself. Whew. Okay. What are you thinking of the colors, y'all? I don't know if I'm getting... Okay, yeah. Okay, now I know. Thank you, Mama C, for explaining that. I guess I knew about that. We've got a lot of communities here in Colorado that have started doing that. But that's awesome to know. News is pretty depressing. It's just, it is. It is. And I don't just like, so when I watch the news, my problem is that I'll hear something on the news, but I don't really, I research what they're saying, because 90% of the time, you know, you just have to like research what they're saying. You just can't take what they're saying as gospel, really. So then I spend more and more time. I must have made a mistake on one. Bum, 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 bum. Yep, right here. Glad I found that one fast, didn't I? No. Is that right? Yes. Oh, the beaches did too? Oh, that's awesome. Heck, we even started doing that out here in the country. We got hooded lights out here. I turn most of my lights off at night anyway. I think I must have messed up some more. Dang gummit. Y'all aren't supervising me very well. Okay. So I have two green ones that are on pink ones somewhere. Pink. Oh, there's one. Gosh dang. If I could walk and chew gum at the same time, this might be easier. You lost your sound? Oh no, you can't hear me? Can anybody else hear me? Or did my sound go? Oh, here's the other one. Okay. Oh, I never knew that about the sea turtles. Oh, Prometheus. Shh, shh, shh. Sorry, guys. Prometheus. If he keeps barking, I may have to go see what's up. Because we just put gates across our drive, so there shouldn't be anybody who can get on our property. So I don't know why he's barking at. Sound the alarm. Oh crap. Hold on, just let me look out my window real quick. Hello? Okay. Sorry, y'all. It's my husband. The dogs are in the house, so they couldn't see his truck pull up. Just had to, you know, I get some strange people out here, and they'll come right into the driveway, and our driveway like goes around the back part of our house, and they'll just come all the way into the driveway and sit out in my, so, hey, handsome.
You look beautiful.
Oh, thanks. I'm live right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Okay, so we got all our ribbons in there. What do you think? All right, so what we're going to do now is think about some placement. So we've got the hat and the sign. I'm worried that it might be a little big, so I do want the hat to kind of come over the sign a little bit. So probably like something like that. And then we'll put the feet out the bottom. Thanks, Mama C. Love you too, Mom. Okay, so the sign we're going to put down lower. So there is no anything on the back to adhere that, so I'm going to be taking some wire, and this wire is just 22 gauge wire, and I just cut it at just whatever length you want, and I'm going to stick it in the fabric, kind of like drill a hole in the fabric, and oh, she's got this stuffed pretty good. Quality of her stuff is really good, guys. Okay, and then we're just going to go across here and try to push that out like that. So, and I think I'm going to do two to make sure that the hat doesn't fall over. So I think we might do one more about here. Thanks, Elaine. Thank you. Do I have a needle? Yes. Should I use a needle instead? So, I'm putting those on there, and then I'm taking my Q-tip, or not my Q-tip, my toothpick that's got some hot glue, and I'm just going to hot glue onto the fabric right there so that it doesn't like tear out of it. So we'll just let that dry a little bit. I could see where a needle though would come in really handy. So with the sign here, I already pre-drilled some holes, and I'm just cutting my wire probably at 14 inches or so, and I'm going to cut 3 of them. So, and all I do is I put the wire from the front down, and I do 2 holes so that I can just pull it through and pull it tight so it's all the way up against there. And then I'm just going to twist this down here, and I made that a little bit long. So, and I'm just going to do that in all 3 areas. I did one at the top. Probably should have done this ahead of time, huh? Okay. I always do that. And then one more. And whoever buys this sign can totally wipe off what I wrote on there and put on whatever they want. It just reminded me of a little girl, so I thought, oh, I'll write that. Have you been kind of off, Elaine? Taking some time off social media also? Okay, so we're going to put that kind of towards the bottom. So I'm just going to take these wires and adhere them to, the center one is going to be adhered to those bars that I put in the middle. I'm just going straight through the mesh. And when you let just one wire hang down instead of 2, what you do is you just you twist it around. Like ivy grows up something, you just twist the wire around the bar or whatever you're working on. So sometimes it's a little easier to do it that way than to have 2 wires and twist them together. You know what I mean? And you want to make sure you're not pulling it too tight. You guys all know that. You don't want to pull it too tight because you don't want it to be looking like it's smooshed in. Yep. But I didn't quite pull it tight enough. Okay. I think it's centered down there. Oh, thanks, Valerie. I hope it'll be cute. I can just imagine it in some little girl's room. Okay. So keeping everything centered is your primary goal when you're doing that. Okay, so we've got that in, and it's nice and flat because we poofed up the center so much with all that extra. So now this is nice and cool, and it's not going to rip the fabric now when I go to put this in. So if you just point these downward and go straight through the mesh. Doop, 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 doop. And then through the mesh on this one too. Okay. And then you have to play I Found the Wires. Okay, found one. That one's not it. Oh. This kind of behind the scenes stuff is the stuff that, you know, most people don't get an opportunity to see. Okay. So I made that one kind of loose because it's hanging down a little further than I want it to. So with this one, I'm going to pull it up a little higher. And we'll see if it balanced out at all. Oh, come on. When you've got metallic mesh and the wire is silver, it's kind of hard to find. Aha, got it. Okay. So this one I want to pull up a little bit more. I'm actually wrapping this around instead of pulling it together so that the hat will stay more where I want. So I'm actually going to put the back of the hat behind the sign, and the front of it I'm just going to kind of put in front, kind of like that. Just going to get a couple more wires here to do the legs. Yeah, it is the hardest part sometimes, isn't it? And how many of us have taken a sign off 15 times? You know, and these she did do something to help hold it on. And sometimes I use the ties and I just adhere these to the ties, but well, maybe I can. Let me see. I don't know, they're fluffy ties. No, it's not going to work. Works better with the pencil ties. Okay. And I want to put her, I think I'm going to, no, I am going to put them, I'm going to put them so they stick straight up like that. Okay. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay. Oh, tipping it completely upside down. Okay, there's one leg. Woohoo! We're going to do one more leg here. I know, guys, this is the most boring part. I'm sorry. I'm going to turn this around facing me a little bit here so I can get in here a little bit better. Sometimes it's almost easier to stick your hand all the way through the back and then... Okay, now I just have to make sure, you got to make sure the legs are going to hang the same, because you don't want one leg longer than the other. Okay. Yahoo! Thanks. Okay. So you guys, I am going to put her up on this wall here, and then I'm going to move the camera so that we can see her up here. And we'll zoom in so you can see her better. You don't need to see me. You just need to see her. Okay. So far. Now I'm not sure, but I may make a bow and put it right here. We'll see how things look after we get some stuff inside. Okay. You do, Valerie? Thank you. Okay. So I think we're going to put a cupcake in right up here. And where did my other cupcake go? Where'd it go? Uh-oh. I lost a cupcake. Thanks, Elaine. And actually, I'm going to take this one, I think, and move it. And put this one in here. Ooh, fun. Fun, fun, fun in the sun. The other cupcake, I'm sure it's around here somewhere in one of my rooms, my many, many rooms of crap I have. Okay. Maybe I'll move this over here. know, taking these and ripping them apart and not using them how they intended you to, but how you want to. So I love these things. They're so fun. I think I want a, well, let me see. Okay, Suzanne, thanks for popping in. Okay, y'all. I think, oh, jeez. Here. So I think I'm going to add a couple of cupcakes, and I do think I'm going to add a bow right here. So yeah, I think I'll add a bow right here, and then I'll see, I have another one of these. I'll probably put that one here. Thank you. And I think I'm going to add a few cherries. I think they'd be more red. They're kind of black. Be her. And she'll be done. What do you think? Well, it looks like I lost ya. And then I'm going to make a smaller bow and put a bow right here. And then I think she'll be done. I like him to face out. I was going to kind of do this kind of thing because I thought that'd be cute. But I do like him facing out. You know, it's kind of funny when they stick out the sides. But anyway, what do you think? And did you see, I don't know how many of you were here for making of this one. I'm in the way. Oh, but I finished her off today. I just have to glue a couple more things, but yeah. ideas and re-energize your creativity to do something else that's kind of different and fun. I hope it does. That's what I want. You know, I want to positively influence you and your creativity and stuff, and so that's kind of my goal when I do stuff like this, is to put that positive energy out there and those creative juices. So thanks, Barbara. Thanks, y'all, for tuning in. I appreciate it. I know it's Friday. Sure what I'm going to do on Wednesday, but I'll try to post it before 5 o'clock on Wednesday. So, thank you. Thanks, you guys. Y'all take care and be safe. See you next time.